In the lead up to Brexit, it's not all plain sailing for the governing party. Where should the ship of state be navigating, and who should be captain? Ramona's claim that Brexiteers want to turn Britain's clocks back 50 years.
Now, to do that, you'd need to be Doctor Who and borrow a TARDIS.
No, 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 no. All you need for a time machine is the Isle of Wight ferry. The island is the biggest single constituency in Britain. Here, 6 out of 10 voted to leave. So it's a good place to see how Brexit, thus far, is going down with the Conservative Party faithful. Your Conservative balloons are popping. You've only got one left, and all the kind of socialist balloons. They're,
Is this metaphorical?
They've built a brand new post office on the island. Tory MP Bob Seeley is here for the opening.
Yeah.
Seeley's a new boy, but he's worried that Boris Johnson and his lust for the crown may be in danger of eroding the Tories' support.
I'm not anti-Boris. When he was Foreign Secretary, he didn't do a great job, it has to be said. I wouldn't necessarily vote against him, and it might be that our party membership still like him. I think he has to prove himself all over again, and I don't think he's worked terribly hard with the 15 and 17 intake, just as my own personal opinion. However, more important than Bojo, more important than Brexit, if we lose sight of a domestic agenda, which I do feel we're doing at the moment, it is simply being drowned out by Brexit and by the leadership shenanigans. I think we're in huge trouble. And if we let Jeremy Corbyn give him the keys of number 10, frankly, we deserve to be collectively shot.
But how do Boris, Brexit and T May go down with tea and sponge cake at the Shanklin Conservative Club? Who do you fancy as leader of the Conservative Party?
Boris.
Yeah, Jonathan. Oh, Boris, yes.
Boris.
All the Tories love a blonde.
Well, I do like Mrs May, but I think she's been good at, hasn't she? I mean, not being funny, I mean, she's bloody worked hard, isn't she, really? If they muck this Brexit up, right, I shan't vote no more. Because what I can't understand is, you vote, you go one or the other, you know. If we'd have lost it, I'd have said, fair enough, I voted to come out.
Hi, we're from Newsnight. Can I ask you a couple of boring questions? Anybody for Boris?
No, I'm not dead against him, but I also think he's probably he doesn't think things through. He says it to start with, and sometimes he makes a complete pig's ear of it, in my opinion.
Sorry, not Boris Johnson.
Why not Boris Johnson?
Because I don't like him.
Who voted for Brexit? Hands up for Brexit.
Yes, I did. Yes.
So that's...
Oh, yeah, I did, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, you all did?
Yeah.
Are you getting cold feet, or is it still...
If we had it again, I would change my mind, because I don't think we were fully informed before.
Theresa had a job to do, and she's done it well. She's obviously been up against a lot. Not an easy job to try and organise dealing with Europe, dealing with all these different states, everyone's opinions. But I do feel that Boris eventually will become the Prime Minister, or if in power, which I do hope we will be. Otherwise, he will be a very good leader.
Away from the bright city lights, what's the view of Bojo v T May down on the farm?
Before you ask me, I will tell you that I think Boris is a loose cannon, and I wouldn't feel comfortable in his hands. I waited and waited and waited before the referendum to see what he was going to do, and I felt certain he would vote Remain. And he was waiting for the main chance. And when he came out, Leave, I was very, very upset.
No prizes for guessing where this lady stands on Brexit. Frances Oglander used to vote Tory, but not anymore. Brexit for her is a step too far.
I just want to punish them because they're just I get so angry whenever Theresa May says she's speaking for the will of the people, and it's not my will, so I don't want to have anything to do with what she's doing.
Do you envisage a moment in the future when you could vote Conservative again?
No, really, no. The party's too split. I wouldn't know what I was joining.
The local MP believes number 10 could have done better.
She's had to struggle. She has made some mistakes, and we were too slow in beginning to negotiate seriously over our future with the European Union. And so these things have cost us.
The charge of the Light Brigade was imagined here on Tennyson Down. Will Theresa May's vision of Brexit be seen as a great act of heroism or a terrible blunder?